So hey guys, and welcome back to my channel again. So we finally completed the tour of the city palace of Jaipur and we decided to head towards Amer Fort. And so between the time you travel from city palace and Amer Fort, you also get to see a sneak peek of the Jai Mahal palace. So there's nothing much that interests me for the Jai Mahal, so I didn't visit. But if you guys are interested, you can definitely just stop by in the evening and just have a walk tour of it. So it is basically located on the upper regions of the hills. So you basically take your own vehicle, or auto rickshaws are there which will take you. The best time to visit for Amer Fort is between 8 a.m. to 6:30 to 7 p.m. Nights don't prefer much because it says that it's not safe, but again depends if you're going in a car with your family, so that's well fine enough. And the entry ticket for Amer Fort is 50 rupees, so that's also pretty cheap. So Amer Fort is known for its artistic style elements. With its large ramparts and series of gates and cobbled paths, the fort overlooks Maota Lake, which is the main source of water for the Amer Palace. This palace, along with the Jaigarh Fort, is located immediately above on the Chilka Tilla Hill of Eagles of the same Aravalli range of hills. Amer Fort is situated in a town called Amer, which is located at around 11 km from Jaipur. The fort is built on Hindu architectural background, having gates, temples, palaces and other structures. For providing water inside the fort, there is a Maota Lake nearby, and yes, it is the birth of the place of Jodhabai too. So the well you see here is the Panna Minakund. So this is basically a square-shaped step well with the adjoining stairs on all the four sides and a room on the northern wall. It is believed this room was used for religious ceremony before weddings or on popular festival dates. Panna Minakund is not one of the biggest step wells in Rajasthan, but it is worth visiting. It says that this well was used for religious purpose, though there is no confirmed history or record on how this is to be called as Panna Mina or Panna Minakund. Also, with time and in the absence of records, people add their own version and stories. The fact is, we know very little about its history. Situated on the Aravalli Hills, Amer was once the capital of princely Jaipur state and the fourth residence of his Rajput rulers. Maharaja Man Singh, who led Mughal Emperor Akbar's army, commenced his construction in 1592 on the remains of an 11th century fort. The palace is divided into 6 separate but main sections, each with its own entry gate and courtyard. The main entry is through the Suraj Pole, that is known as the Sun Gate, which leads to the first main courtyard. This was the place where armies would hold victory parades with their war bounty on the return from battles. This was one of the 4 courtyards of Amer Palace, which was built during Savai Jai Singh's time, that is between 1693 to 1743 AD. On the right side of the Jalebi Chowk, there is a small but an elephant temple called the Silla Devi Temple. The entrance to the temple is through a double door covered in silver. The second courtyard up the main stairway of the first level courtyard houses the Diwani Arm or the public audience hall. Built with a double row of columns, the Diwani Arm is a raised platform with 27 columns, each of which is mounted with an elephant-shaped capital with galleries above it. As the name suggests, the Raja King held audience here to hear and receive petitions from the public. There is a hidden meaning and stories behind every construction of Rajputs, as they are always considered as the clever and also the most manipulative in a good way rulers of India. This Diwani Arm is not only famous for its intricate design, but because of the technology applied behind the construction of this hall. This courtyard also resembles the fusion of Mughal and Rajput culture, constructed with red sandstone and marble. Generally, the marble flooring keeps any place cool. You can find this courtyard on a raised platform, which makes you feel as escalating to the top floor of the palace. Because of the elevation of this hall, a person can have a whole panoramic view of the courtyard, the fort, the front side of the palace, the lake and also the Jaigarh Fort, which is connected to Amer Fort through a passage. Yes, the marble pillars with the elephant carvings are one of the engaging things you can view if you get into the platform. Now, what we see basically is the Ganesh pole, or what is known as the Ganesh Gate. It is basically named after the Hindu god Lord Ganesh, who removes all obstacles in life, is the entry into the private palaces of the Maharajas. It is a three-level structure with many facades that were also built at the orders of Mirza Raja Jai Singh in the year 1621 to 1627. Above this gate is the Suhag Mandir, where ladies of the royal family used to watch function held in Diwane-Am through the marble windows called Jalis. Ganesh Pole is architecturally significant as it represents a fantastic fusion of the Mughal and the Rajput style of architecture. Ganesh Pole also leads to the scenic lawns of Mughal Garden in Amer Palace. So now we're heading towards the most weighted room, that is the Shish Mahal, or the mirror room, you can say. And I think this is the largest mirror room in Jaipur of any of the palaces. So the mirrors over here are of convex shape and designed with colored foil and paint, which would glitter bright under candlelight at the time it was in use. Also known as Shish Mahal or the Mirror Palace, the mirror mosaic and colored glasses were a glittering jewel box in flickering candlelight. Shish Mahal was built by King Man Singh in the 16th century and completed in 1727. It is also the foundation year of the Jaipur state. But why was the Shish Mahal Jaipur built? The question goes round and round. The reason behind the build of the Shish Mahal was made by glass because in ancient days the queen was not allowed to sleep in open air, but she loved to see the stars while sleeping. So the king ordered his architects to make that kind of mahal which could solve this problem. The architects built Shish Mahal, which was built with stone and glass, and at night the reflection of two candles in glass looked like stars in the whole room. The king used to shift from Sukhnivas to Shish Mahal in winter season, and the major reason was because of the ceiling of mirror glass reflection from the candles. It would keep the room warm. This palace is also known for the Bollywood legendary movie Mughal-e-Azam with the iconic song Jab Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya. It was shot in Shish Mahal on legendary actress Madhubala, which played the role of Anarkali in the movie. And the combo of both Shish Mahal and Madhubala came out an excellent, and the rest was the history. So this garden is located basically, it's a pattern on the lines of Chahar Bagh or Mughal garden. It is in a sunken bed shaped in a hex design. It is laid out with narrow channels lined with marble around a star-shaped pool with a fountain at the center. Water for the garden flows in cascades through channels from the Sukhnivas and also from the cascade channels, the Chini Khana niches that originated on the terrace of the Jai Mandir. Okay, so now we're heading towards the fourth courtyard, which is called the Zinana. It's a royal family woman and where the mistresses lived. This courtyard has many living rooms where the queens resided and who were visited by the king at his choice without being found out as to which queen he was visiting, as all the rooms open into a common corridor. This was the oldest palace and it took around 25 years to build and was completed in 1599. This pavilion, which used to be curtained for privacy, was used as the meeting venue by the Maharanis, queens of the royal family. All sides of this pavilion are connected to several small rooms with open balconies. The exit from this palace leads to the town of Amer, a heritage town which many temples and palatial houses and mosques are located. This pavilion, which used to be curtained for privacy, was used as the meeting venue by the Maharanis, queens of the royal family. All the sides of this pavilion are connected to the several small rooms with open balconies. So we are finally done with the tour of the Amer Fort, and it took around 3 to 3.5 hours for us to visit and finish the entire tour. So if you guys are coming here, make sure you are in your comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes, because you need to walk a lot. And while heading back to the hotel, we did spotted few camels and elephants. And how did we spend the time of the rest of the evening? Do check it out in our next vlog. Stay tuned with us, and if you like our video, please do subscribe to my channel and support me. Stay tuned, there will be more things coming up in the next vlog. Till then, thank you so much for watching.